broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. On the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, we go live every Saturday. Happy to see everybody in the house. Somebody said that there is no sound. Let me know, is there sound or is there no sound? But anyway, we're in the house again this Saturday. We have a lot going on, a lot to cover. Woo! We have a lot to cover today. We got 2 cameras working today. We have electricity. We have high-speed internet. We have air conditioning, which is very important. And we have a bunch of our friends in the house again. I don't know why you guys come back every week. We got Mary Jane. Mary Jane is in the house from Denver. Hola, Mary Jane. Let's see. We got some people asking questions early. We got Horatio with a question. He wants to rent a place for a month. We got Mike in the house from Texas. Lakaya. Hola, Lakaya. Hola, Stephen from mid-Canada, just checking in. Good morning from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Dr. John is in the house. Good morning to everyone from Stormy, New Jersey, waiting for the wrath of Ophelia. Woohoo! Good luck with that. I hope that goes well. Woo! Well, oh, look who's in the house. William Mustache Stone Man. Always a pleasure to see the Mustache Man in the house. I think he missed last week. Always great to see you, my man. Enjoying your show from San Luis Potosi this beautiful day. That was the first city I ever went to in Mexico. And even BJ is in the house. Gravity victim in the house from Bulgaria. Now we just went international. And that's great. We got Angie the Traveler. Oh my God. Every week, this girl is in a new place. I can't wait until you come to Mazatlan, so maybe I can get an interview with you, because you've been everywhere. You just been traveling every week. You're in a new spot. Are you still eating the chicken at Pollo Loco? Oh, well, good for you. James and Rena in the house. All of my friends, they were just here last weekend back in San Antonio. Okay. I hear you fine. Thank you very much for that. I hear you fine. Thank you very much. Cobby B, all the hands up to you, loud and fuzzy. Sorry about that. Stony Star God from Southern California, and my good friend Verlaine Plantinga. Buenos dias, everyone, and I think she's joining us from La Paz. I interviewed her just yesterday. We're going to talk about that soon. Sound. Okay, sound. When you guys say sound is great, right on. It's a little hallway. Sound is a little hallway tone. Okay. I don't quite know what's going on. We'll keep on going. Liston Henry is in the house. The buck stops here. Howdy from Falcon, 14 miles northeast of Colorado Springs. In Puerto Morelos, is Puerto Morelos affordable? I don't know. I tell you what. For questions like that, I use an app. It's called OpenAI Chat. It's a chat AI. And I go in there and I type in, like, I find a city and I say, well, can you give me the prices on a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, furnished? What's the average? And they can only give you prices for the year 2021. but their information is very reliable. Try that. It's called Chat Something AI. It's free. You can load it and you can load it on your desktop, your laptop, or your phone, and search like that. Katrina the Maker. Katrina the Maker is in the house. Ms. Sam from Illinois, and pretty boy Brian Maiden. And me and Verlaine, we talked about you yesterday in the interview. Lenora Wilson is in the house. Hello, Bill, and everyone from Baltimore, Maryland. Been there a few times. Neil Andrews, the Honorable Bill Dallas Lewis. It was great to see you and be here. Well, happy to have you in the house. It's early. Autumn Green in the house. We got a bunch of people. Woo! Evencia, good morning from Montreal. We got Bulgaria in the house. We got Canada in the house. We're everywhere. Burn. Milake. Hey, amigo, for Vancouver, you're in Milake. Milake, I've been there several times. Sorry, folks, I'm still getting over this cold, but Milake is a place to check out. I'm going to talk about the weather here in a minute. I got some more hellos to do. Hola, Beth from Northern Kentucky. I used to live in Cincinnati, and we got Italy in the house. La Dolce Vita. You go, girl. Okay. No pollo. Yeah, that stuff's good. That they got all these rotisserie chicken places in Mexico. It's nice if you can find a private one of these little small street corner places, and they have the rotisserie chicken, but they have these chains, Pollo Loco. They got like 5 of them that are just all over Mexico. But anyway, it's just funny. Jack Webb, you said you had a hard time with size 12 shoes. Is your not live broadcast? Oh, yeah. Try. Okay, yeah, I just put up a video this week on Thursday about buying stuff on Amazon.com. And I talk about the stuff that I buy on Amazon. Amazon is just fabulous. I mean, you can get anything you want on Amazon. Yeah, I wear size 12 shoes. You can't find size 12 shoes that you want. You might find some clown shoes, but yeah, I put that up. And Jack Webb, I know you can't find size 14s. So, but you go to Amazon, and the funny thing is, the last time I ordered shoes on Amazon, they remembered my shoe size. Hey, that's kind of scary, right? Whatever. Rudy Clemens, good morning, Rudy. Rudy, you guys are supposed to be contacting me so that we can get together, because I believe your family member leaves this week. So you guys need to email me soon so we can hook that up for this week. It's very early here. It's only 9 minutes after the hour. We got 52 fabulous people in the house, and we got Stony Star God telling everybody to click the like button, and that's all right with me. Good morning from San Diego, Brian. Very nice in Milwaukee. Very, very nice. Gary Kahn. I just talked to Gary last week. And then he says, oh, you're moving to Moravia? Yeah, I am, dear. I'm moving, baby. I got 9 more months, so we'll have to get together. Thanks for giving me a call. That was about 10 days ago. And we'll have to do dinner and have some beverages. Michael Dobbins, I have sound. Sound is good. I used to frequent Pollo Loco around 2018 in Dallas. That's good stuff. Yeah, man. But if you eat it every day, that stuff gets old, hollow sound. Okay, some people are having sound challenges, but we'll keep on rolling. I looked at something on Amazon was more than double the Texas price. And check out my video, Angie. I use Amazon US and I use Amazon MX, and that will be Amazon Mexico. And many times the prices on Amazon MX are much lower, or Amazon Mexico, the prices are much lower than the prices on Amazon United States. I don't know if you've tried that. Gary Con dinner. Okay, we said hello to everybody. So let's keep on keeping on. Let me get to my list here. It is, first of all, I want to talk about the interview I did yesterday with Verlaine. She's Canadian. She's retired. She moved from Vancouver, Canada, to La Paz, and she's been living there for about 8 months now. I will put up that full interview first thing in the morning. Very interesting person. Also, that's going to be 2 interviews actually, because one interview is just about, does she enjoy Mexico? Does she feel safe here? What would she tell people that are hesitant to move down here? That video will go up first thing in the morning. That's about how does she like La Paz? How does it compare to Vancouver? But something really interesting is her visa situation and how she got a 4-year visa. And they didn't check any bank account information. I've done a video on this, but she is the first real person that I have met that went through this process. And she found an immigration attorney in La Paz, and he just told her, okay, get a 1-week visa, come on down here, we'll let it expire. And have you been here before? Have you been here before? Okay, you qualify. And after 1 week, she let that visa expire, and this immigration attorney in La Paz hooked her up with a 4-year visa. They didn't check any bank account information. She didn't have to show proof of any income. She didn't have to show proof of any money in the bank. But that video, I will put that up 1 week from Sunday. Very interesting story. Also, sorry for the cough, man. Also, this week I'm going to put up, okay, Amazon MX. It was Amazon MX. Yeah, okay, whatever. Also, this Thursday, I am going to put up a video. Jack Webb, who is going to win OSU Notre Dame? That is on my list. Woohoo! Woohoo! I don't know. People are saying that, and for those of you that don't know, OSU stands for the Ohio State Buckeyes. And I am an Ohio State Buckeye junkie. I was born and raised in Columbus, Ohio. My dad helped recruit Archie Griffin. We had 50-yard line seats most of my life. It's a sickness, it's an illness, but it's in my blood. I don't know. I will be watching the game. I think that game starts around 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. But Jack Webb, also, I'm interested to see how Neon, the Prime Sanders is going to do against Oregon. Number 9 Oregon versus Deion Sanders and his fabulous fellas. That game's going to air, I think, around 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Sorry about this cough, folks. I'm feeling good. The only thing I have left lingering is this cough. I looked it up on Google, and they say, well, if you get the flu, you can have a cough for 3 to 12 weeks. So I'm just hanging on, Okay, now let's get back to business here. And Go Ducks. No, man. No. Go Ducks. No. Bye. Quack, 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 quack. They're gone. Ohio State's going to whoop them up. Whoop them up. It's not D-Line, it's Dion. Yeah, it is Dion. That'll be a tough win for Dion, but I hope he doesn't. Thank you, La Dulce. Even Italy knows about the prime. Deion Sanders revolutionizing college football. Now, oh man. We got the people. We got people talking here. Go Buffs and Coach Prime. Now I'm on that. I'm on that program. Okay, so we had a question. One of our original questions. Somebody was with us. I was logged in at like 7:30 in the morning. Because I get up at 7:15. I put my shirt on. I got a schedule. Here right now it is 8:16. Okay, so at 7:16 I put on my shirt. At 7:30 I turn the lights on, connect all of the equipment, see what's working and what's not working. Then I log in, see what cameras are working. You never know with this computer stuff what's going to happen. And so somebody was logged in ready to watch the Bill Dallas Lewis channel go live today, and it's Horatio. And Horatio left me the first comment early this morning around 7:30 my time. I guess that would be 9:30 Central Time. And he asked me, he said, me and my wife are going to, and in fact, he emailed me or left a comment. Me and my wife are coming to Mexico. We're going to spend a month, and we're looking for a place to stay for 1 month. We've covered this many a times, but that's why we're here. That's what we do. We answer questions, and hey, ask a question. Why not? Why not? Let me go back over here. So it really depends, Horatio. You're going to come down, you're going to spend 1 month, and Brian Maiden, he's been through this. He's setting up a lot of travel stuff for this winter. Angie Hernandez, she's traveling all around Mexico right now. But it depends on where do you want to stay? Where in Mexico is it that you want to go? And I'm thinking the best thing to do for me, the way I found my place is you just go to Facebook groups, and you find cities that have expats, Americans, Canadians, people that speak English, and they have these groups. Like in Ajijic, they have about 10 expat groups. In Mazatlan, they have about 10 expat groups. In Puerto Vallarta, they have many. In Guadalajara, they have a few expat groups. Even in Morelia, which is not a big place, well, yeah, they have about almost 1 million people. They have expat groups. And just go to those groups and ask the group. Post on that group, say, hey, we are coming to your city in January of 2024, and we're looking for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, fully furnished apartment, and we're willing to pay this much money. Can anybody help me out? And these people, Facebook people are junkies. They just sit around looking at Facebook all day, drinking coffee or beer or taking shots of tequila. All they want to do is help you. So what they do is they will respond to you, and that is how I found this apartment. I posted. Where was I living? I was living in Ajijic, and I wanted to live in Mazatlan. So I went to Facebook. I found a Facebook group in Mazatlan, and I said, hey, I'm looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. I'm willing to pay this much money. Does anybody know of anyone that can help me out? And I, I tell you, within 2 hours, I had about 10 responses. And somebody told me contact Alejandra Campos. She'll help you out. And so I contacted Alejandro Campos. We did this long distance. She sent me pictures and prices and location. And 2 weeks later, I was moved into my apartment here. I would say that is one of the best ways. And I know people that have found apartments all over Mexico like this. So give that a try. Let's see what else is going on over here. Okay, we got Brenda Douglas. Bill, try getting a flu shot if you can, and Theraflu cough and cold mixture works great. Thank you very much. Okay. Miriam Newmark, my neighbor, good morning from Paradise in Mexico. Miriam, she lives right downstairs. When she's on her porch, I can see her. Paul, go for it, Kavi. We will be in Progreso next month. Okay. Let's remember to click the like button. Let's do that. Thank you, Miriam Axel Foley in the house. Hi, Bill. What cities, towns in Mexico are not hilly and inexpensive to live in? Axel Foley, very good question. Now, making these videos, I've been traveling a lot more, but I haven't seen all of Mexico. I'm going to say that Puerto Vallarta, in El Centro, and in the main parts of town are pretty flat. But there's a whole nother side to that. But for 3 years in Puerto Vallarta, I lived on a mountain. And I could walk down to El Centro in about 4 or 5 minutes. And every day I would take a taxi back. I knew every taxi driver in Puerto Vallarta because every day I would take a taxi back up the hill. But Puerto Vallarta is relatively flat. Guadalajara is relatively flat. Chapala is relatively flat. Even Mazatlan is relatively flat. Guanajuato, I was there a couple of months ago. It's hilly. Unless you're in El Centro, like all of the time, everything around El Centro is on a hill. From memory, San Luis Potosi was relatively flat. Of all of those places, Morelia is relatively flat. It has some ups and downs. They say that San Miguel Allende is very hilly with lots of cobblestones. Ajijic has its ups and downs. That's funny. Is it flat? And it's as affordable as you can make it. I don't know. But those are the cities that come to mind. I hope that helps somewhat. Where is the question? I change my mind a few times a week. Yeah. Mexico is so fabulous. It's like being in a buffet. And like Angie's down here. She's going here. She's going there. And I tell people I'm a travel hole. And everywhere I go, I fall in love with it because there's so much beauty down here. When I was in the United States, I traveled the country on business, and rarely did I fall in love with a place. But I'm going to 95% of the places that I visit in Mexico, I fall in love with them, and I just want to stay there until I get sick of them. But anyway, let me say this before I forget. I'm doing a video this Thursday, and I'm going to review. I'm going to review 1 year of living in Mazatlan. And Mazatlan is, I've enjoyed it here. This heat and humidity is killing me. I tell you what, that's the killer. And for those of us, like, there are many wealthy people. I know so many wealthy people down here. People that own, they own 3 houses in Canada and 4 houses in different cities in Mexico. I'm not one of those people. I live on a fixed income. I don't own any properties, and I don't want to own any properties, actually. Sorry about that. So I'm thinking that Mazatlan would be good if I lived in El Centro. I'm going to say if you live in Mazatlan, you want to live in El Centro. And if you live in El Centro, then you can walk about anywhere you want to go, to restaurants, or be a couple of blocks from the ocean, the Malecon. If you want to go to Walmart or to a grocery store, you just get in a taxi, go there and come back. That's how I want to live. But to live in El Centro in Mazatlan, it's going to cost you some money. And if you're wealthy and you own 4 houses in Canada, and then you got a house in Guadalajara, one in Ajijic, one in Puerto Vallarta, another one in Malacca, then you don't care. You can come down here and spend $1,500 a month and live in El Centro. You can probably find something less than that in El Centro, not much less. Fully furnished, you want 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Okay, so I'm thinking that Mazatlan, after a year of being here, I'm thinking that Mazatlan, for me, is just a little too touristy. And the prices are going up here. It is beautiful, but I'm here year round. And I tell you what, with this climate thing going down, I got up this morning, it was 87 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning. And the real feel, AccuCenter says, is like 106 degrees with heat and humidity. I'm here all year. I mean, the people with the money, they own like 10 properties in Canada. And when it gets hot, they go up there. It's got to be hot up there too, I would think. But anyway, I'm here all year. And to be here all year, it's like Puerto Vallarta or Malacca. Yeah, the ocean is there, but I don't go to the ocean. I can see, I'm looking out my sliding doors back here. I can see the ocean from my window. Do I go to the ocean? No. To me, the ocean is just a big toilet. You got the whales out there going doo-doo, pee-pee all day, and the dolphins poo-poo, doo-doo all day, and then all the little shrimps doing the same thing. You got the waves that can kill you and all that. Sharks. I don't go. I could go. I'm 2 blocks away from the ocean. I don't go. And it's hot and humid. And with this climate thing going down, the temperatures of the water has gone way up, which causes hurricanes. So anyway, Puerto Vallarta, Malacca, Mazatlan, those ocean cities are off of my list. And when I moved from Puerto Vallarta to Guadalajara, I was in Puerto Vallarta for 10 years. I saw the ocean every day. When I first got to Puerto Vallarta, I'd get up in the morning, go down to Dee's Cafe in El Centro. She's a Canadian chick, has really nice coffee, and she makes fresh pastries every morning. If you go to Puerto Vallarta, you want to go to Dee's Cafe. When I first got to Puerto Vallarta, Dee's, I could get a cup of coffee, and she used to work for Starbucks. She walked away with their formulas and all that kind of stuff. And her coffee is excellent. When I moved, it was like $1.25 for a large cup. Yeah, this is 20 years ago. But then Dee changed all her pricing, so it was like Starbucks. And I think a cup of coffee at Dee's Cafe now starts out around $15. But anyway, when I first got to Puerto Vallarta, I'd go get a coffee at Dee's Cafe, and I would sit on the ocean and drink 2 cups and look at the ocean, and it was beautiful, but hey, but in Puerto Vallarta for 6 months out of the year, it's so hot that in the daytime you don't see any people outside at noon or at 1 o'clock. All you see at noon or 1 o'clock is construction workers, taxi drivers, and police. Nobody's outside. In January, the streets are full. It's nice and cool. But I'm done. I'm done with this oceanside stuff. I'm moving inland. Places like when I lived in Chapala, Ajijic, Guadalajara, it might go up to 95 degrees in the daytime, but there was no humidity. And if you were inside, your house was like 62 degrees. That's Ajijic, Chapala, Guadalajara. I think it was like that when I was in Guanajuato, in Morelia. That's inland. I'm getting away from the ocean. And with climate change getting hotter and hotter and hotter all around the world, I'm thinking this is how I am going to run from climate change. I'm 67 years old. I figure I got another 20 years in me. By the time it gets too hot to live in Morelia, I'll be dead. Another 60 years, it might be too hot to live in Morelia, let alone Puerto Vallarta or Mazatlan. I'll be in, but after another 20 years, I'll be dead, and I won't care. Well, so anyway, I guess I'm just saying that this Thursday I'm going to do a review of my first 1 year living in Mazatlan. It's a great place to live, but it's right there on the edge of touristy. There are many things to do. It's a very sophisticated city, very intelligent people here with colleges, universities, businesses. The headquarters for Pacifico is here. It's the shrimp capital of the world. But I tell you, I cook every day. I eat at home every day. I mean, sure, I like to go out every once in a while. But I eat at home. I cook. I don't go to the ocean. So I'm going inland. That is my review. That's what's happening here. So I'm going to put that video, my review of Mazatlan, this Thursday, and next Sunday, I'm going to put up a video about my friend. I call her Ms. V. Verlaine in La Paz. Next Sunday, I'll put up that interview about how she got a 4-year visa with pretty much no documentation, no fees. She didn't have to put up any money. She didn't have to prove that she had $10 million in the bank or anything. It's an amazing story. That video will go up 1 week from tomorrow, and her interview will go up 1 week. I'll put up coming soon. I'm just going to say coming soon. I got lost in my brain. Okay. Let me get back here and see what's going on here. Let's see who's saying what. Okay, Kabi B, you go, girl. Brenda Douglas, what are your views on the Yucatan Peninsula? I really want to go there. I haven't been there yet, Brenda Douglas. And I tell you what, with all I'm only familiar with the concept of Chiapas, which is supposed to be beautiful, just fantastic waterfalls and everything about that whole area. But I'm thinking that the Yucatan Peninsula is kind of coastal. I truly want to visit there in the winter time when the temperatures are low. I don't know about living there year round, but hell no. I'm just going to say hell no. I'm going to visit. I'm going to shoot videos. I'm going to enjoy it. And then I'm going back into central Mexico, around Mexico City, where I can walk around in the summertime outside. How you like that? That's what I think. La Dolce Vita. I'm coming up. I'm giving up my residency in Italy and will travel around Mexico for about 3 months, seeing what feels right. That is, if you can do that, that's the way to do it. What feels right? After I was in Guanajuato, I fell in love with Guanajuato. I was ready to live. I was ready to move to Guanajuato. It felt great. Lots of young people, lots of university, lots of educated people. There was music and food to eat. The scenery was excellent. The weather was perfect. But when I went to Morelia, let me say this. In Guanajuato, I took tours. I went into museums. I went into art galleries. But in Morelia, I think I was feeling lazy and I felt guilty because I knew the museums that I should go to, the art galleries. I had a list, but there was something about Morelia that when I was just in the plaza, when I was walking through the cafes, when I had breakfast at the cafe, and I just picked up a feel. I picked up a feel like I want to live here. And that's how I felt when I first came to Mazatlan, when I took the tour on the, what was that, Rena Del Mar bed and breakfast with Rob. But that place is in El Centro, great location. We had great people with us. It was a lot of fun. I just said, I've got to live in Mazatlan. And La Dolce Vita, what an attitude. I think that's what you got to do. You just got to travel around until you get the feel of it. There you go. I want a decent sized expat group, but more locals. Want to live around locals and immerse myself. And that's Cardi B. That's what I want. I want a decent sized expat group, but more locals. And that's why I shy away from Ajijic. Ajijic is just filled with Canadians and Americans. I mean, you may as well be in Connecticut. I'm serious, man. And Mazatlan has a huge Canadian presence here. Okay, that's cool. Okay, but when I was in Morelia almost a week. I'm thinking, I only saw I didn't see any Canadians, I didn't see any Americans. And that's why I moved to Mexico. I didn't move to Mexico to live in Canada. I moved to Mexico to live in Mexico. I want to be around Mexicans. I speak Spanish. That's why I moved to Mexico, to be around Mexicans. So yeah, I've heard. I'm forgetting. I talked with someone. I talked to so many people. I forget who told me what. But I just remember this person was white, and they lived here for a while, and they said, no, I'm not moving this. They told, I remember now. This is a guy that lives in Guadalajara. He fell in love. He's retired, met a Mexican woman, built a house with her. He's a retired architect. He has lots of money. And he said, I went to San Miguel Allende, and he's a white guy, an old retired architect from Texas. And he just told me, he said, when I was in San Miguel Allende, every time you turn around, there's another gringo. Like that. That's the way Ajijic is. So that's what you're talking about, Kavi. And I'm sure I'm messing up your name, but that's what I'm looking for. I want to live in Mexico. And you're going to run into some expats wherever you go. I've already made an expat friend in Morelia, and we'll probably be friends. He's married to a Mexican lady, and I'm sure we're going to be friends. We'll do things together, but I don't want everybody in my life. I don't want everybody in my life to be Canadian or American. Let's see what else is happening. Let's see what's happening. No shots? No shots? What are you talking about, Angie? I would love to live outside of a big city. Want more relaxed living. There's lots of that going on here. Guadalajara has a lot going on, but it's a weird place. It's just too big. And I didn't find a centralized place like New York City. You can go to South Shore Seaport or Greenwich Village and pick up a good vibe. I didn't find those kind of places in Guadalajara. Central Mazatlan is a good place. And I'm a geek. I edit videos, I interview people, I travel, and I've got to talk about some travel that's coming up here shortly. I got some travel coming up here. Got to talk about it. But I like pedestrian traffic. I like to go out and walk around and buy my bread and my vegetables and my chicken thighs, and say hello to people. And before I forget, I got to say that Mazatlan is very friendly. Mazatlan is a big city, but the Mexican people are very friendly. If you make eye contact with a Mexican in Mazatlan, 90% of the time that person is going to say, "Hola, hola, how you doing? Hola." 90% of the time, that didn't happen in Guadalajara. Whatever. Okay, let's just keep on rolling here. Axel Foley, Malaki Barra de Navidad. Okay, I tell you what, I've been there. I've spent maybe a month in Malaki Barra de Navidad, and if I'm not mistaken, Malaki Barra de, I've done videos on both places. Do a search on YouTube. You'll find my videos on both of those communities. And they're small communities with a fair amount of expats. It's different living. Barra de Navidad has more money, but it's beautiful. If you want to spend a lot of money on a house, you can live there. Not a lot of people. Right on the ocean. Both places are fabulous. I love them both. And if you can rent a property that is right on the ocean, when it gets hot and humid, it really doesn't matter because the ocean breeze keeps you cool all day. That's how you kill off this heat and humidity. You get a place that is right on the ocean. I mean, like right on the ocean. There'll be a breeze all the time. You won't even know that it's hot and humid. But Malake, Barra de Navidad, I love both of those places. Burn. Okay, the buck stops here. BB. BB, good morning. I didn't know that there was an expat group in Morelia. I thought I was the only gringo. Check them out. Check them out because after I visited there, I went right to Facebook, found a group, and I asked the group, I said, hey, I'm looking for an apartment near El Centro, and I want to spend maybe $500 a month. And people got back to me. They said, oh, you can live here. You can live. Oh, we rented a 4-bedroom house in this neighborhood. And yeah, the group is there, and they are very active. Let me go down through here. Cardi B, that's one of the reasons we are in Progreso. Smaller town, close to big city amenities in Merida. I got to learn how to pronounce that. Paul. I prefer a quiet beach town. Very good. Verlaine, did you find Puerto Vallarta as hot and humid? Puerto Vallarta was hot and humid as hell. Hot, humid as hell in the summertime. You don't go outside in the summertime. I had this apartment for 5 years. I had this apartment in the ghetto, but a couple of gay guys bought this building and totally refurbished it. And by the time they got done with it, it was like a Marriott hotel. And I lived in right above their apartment. In their apartment, it was all marble floors. They had a swimming pool back there, and it was enclosed within the house. It was like a Marriott hotel. Everything was brand new. So I lived upstairs from them. And it was a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. Everything was marble. A beautiful marble island in the kitchen. It was fabulous. But I had these windows, mirrored windows, so that I could see out, but people could not see in. And that was the whole front of the apartment. And in the summertime, since I'm on the second floor, I would look down on the street. And the street, we knew all of our neighbors on that street. We knew and it was all Mexicans, 100% Mexicans on that street other than us. We knew all the kids' names, all their parents' names, their cousins. We knew everybody. We were family with all the Mexicans on the block. There were so many little kids. And I used to look out of my 2-way mirrored windows, and I'd be up there because I didn't pay electricity, and that was part of my rent. I didn't pay. So I'd be up in my apartment with my air conditioner cranked up. I'd have on a winter coat. I swear to God. Sometimes it would be so cold in my apartment, I'd have on a winter coat. I kept my apartment freezing, but outside it was a whole different story. And I would look outside, see those little kids walking around, the little people that would walk around when it was so hot. It was hot as hell in Puerto Vallarta. And let me add to the story. I'll keep on going here. I'm going to keep on going. The funny thing about Puerto Vallarta is if you live there year round, in the summertime, you don't see, all generalities are false, but in the summertime, you don't see any Canadians or Americans. None of them. You can be walking around El Centro in the summertime, all you see is Mexicans. That's all you see. So for 6 months, that's all you see is Mexicans. And it never failed because I was there 10 years. It never failed. One day you'll be walking around the street in Puerto Vallarta in October, and you'll look around and you'll see like 20 white people. And it's kind of shocking. It's like, what's going on? What happened? And it doesn't hit you immediately that you're seeing white people and they usually aren't here. And then you look around and you see more white people. And then suddenly you realize, oh, it's October. Oh, the white people are coming back. But anyway, to answer your question, Puerto Vallarta is hot and humid and miserable in the summertime. And that's why I'm leaving Mazatlan. It's the same as Mazatlan. Malaki, Barra de Navidad is going to be like that. I'm just staying. Uh-oh, what did I do? I did something by accident. Yeah, I'm staying away. I'm staying away from those places. I'm going inland. Inland is where I'm going. Inland. Paul, I thought about Progreso, but wondering about the cost of living there. Check it out. And that's where the Facebook. That's where Facebook comes in. Go to these Facebook groups, join the groups, ask questions, and see what people have to say, especially when it comes to affordability. What your overall view of Querétaro as a place to live, pros and cons. My best friends from Mazatlan just moved there about 2 weeks ago. That's Chuck and Rosie. Chuck and Rosie. And Chuck is just an information freak. He studied that city in and out. And about 2 months ago, they went and they lived there for 17 days. So he had his regular research. They got a Airbnb there for 17 days. They fell in love with it, and they moved there about 2 weeks ago. And his first choice was Morelia, but with airfare travel the way it was, they didn't go to visit there. But his first choice was Morelia. Climate, cost of living, education, who lives there, So that city, I'm going to call it the Q place until I get the pronunciation better. It took me years to say Tlaquepaque, okay? Barra de Navidad is on the list too, but it is the cost of living, they say, is wonderful. The climate is wonderful. They have colleges and universities there. They have plazas throughout the city, and but the prices are going up there. There's a lot of industry there, and it's a hot spot for intellectual business. So I think that the prices will continue to go up there, not like Morelia. Okay, golly. Jack Webb, I don't even plan on owning any vehicle in Chapala except a golf cart. Same with you, not wanting to own property. And I tell you what, I got rid of my car. I'm so happy I don't have a car. What a pain in the butt. What a pain. Who needs a car? People should just get rid of their cars. We just have mass transportation. Wow. Why do all these people need cars? I don't need a car. I've been here 18 years. I had a car for 8 years, but I'm so happy not to have a car. Enough of that. 1700 GM. Have you been to La Paz and Los Barriles in Baja California? Los Barriles is becoming very popular with expats. I'm going to visit there. And I'm going to talk about travel more here shortly. And for those of you, okay, I am going to visit there. I'm not sure when. From Mazatlan, you can get a barge. It takes 12 hours to go from Mazatlan to La Paz on this big boat. And you can even put your car on the boat. But they say it's much less time to just get a plane. It take you like an hour to get there, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. And if there are more expats going there, that's another reason for me not to go. Okay, we could not live in Mazatlan. Pretty but too hot. You're freaking right. You're freaking right, James and Rena. Bill, is visiting Stone Island worth it? I've been to Stone Island many times, and yes, in fact, I was just there. I was there like 10 days ago. It's an experience. And Stone Island, if you go to El Centro in Mazatlan, you go to El Centro in Mazatlan, you go over to, you walk maybe 7 blocks and you get on these little boats. And the little boats take you across this bay. It takes like 5 minutes, costs like $1.50 round trip. You get on this little boat and then you're on Stone Island. And it's actually a little city. And it's most of it is dirt streets, really older homes. It's a different society that lives on Stone Island. But once you get to the beach, I'm going to say it's about a half mile of bars and restaurants. And it's very peaceful. You can go there, eat food, very inexpensive, drink beers, just watch the ocean. I'm going to say Stone Island is worth going to maybe 3 times a year. You get some friends, go over to Stone Island, eat some really good food, get the little boat over there. It's not expensive. It's a nice view. Do not go on Saturday or Sundays. I've been there on a Saturday and a Sunday, and there are like 5 million people on the beach. I mean, Saturday at 1 o'clock is when Mexicans get off work for the week. They work 6 days, 10 hours a day, and Saturday at 1 o'clock, Saturday at 3 o'clock, they are free. It's time to party. And they go to Stone Island and other places, and there's like 5 million people on the beach. I was there last Monday, not this Monday, last Monday, but like 10 days ago. And there's like nobody there. I had breakfast on the beach. It was like 11:30, maybe it was a lunch. Breakfast on the beach. We were like the only ones there. You go, yeah, so it is worth it. And once you go, you'll want to go maybe 3 times a year. I've also looked into Chelum, Celestun, and Campeche. Right, keep on looking, girl. You cannot look around enough. Yeah, just keep on checking it out. Are there any beaches that are less hot and humid? That's funny. Are you serious? Are you talking about in all of Mexico? That's a very good question. I'm not aware of any. Jack Webb just sold our golf cart. Limited range in Chapala. There you go. Oh, that's funny. Okay. I went to Starbucks one time here in San Miguel Allende. I got a Venti drip for $25 USD. Yeah, that's what's that? That's like 100 That's like 100 pesos. 100 pesos for some coffee. Oh yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, let's see what's going on here. James and Rena have been interested had we been actually moving earlier. Okay. During the daytime, is there still lots going on in Mazatlan? Is there music in bars just to listen to? In Mazatlan, in the daytime, I'm going to see. I'm going to. Okay, yeah, there is. Okay, so I live near the marina. There's there's a big music scene in Mazatlan, especially during the high season. We got 70 people in the house, 71 in the house, 73 in the house. We ain't got no donations. Feel free to click the donate button so I can take a trip and make some videos. Feel free to donate. But there's a big music scene, and during the high season, there's this one guy here. He does country music. He's Canadian. The Brentster. I'm sure I'm getting his name wrong, but he's famous throughout Canada, and he does a show every Tuesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the Canadians love him. He packs like 600 places into this bar. It's like a mile from where I live, and 600 Canadians in there. It's 4 hours. You pay like 400 pesos. That's $20 to listen to him sing music that he has written, most of it, for 4 hours. These people get wasted. I mean, they drink because for 400 pesos, $20, you get to drink all you want. These people just get wasted and listen to the Brentster. That's just one place. Near that place, there are like 4 or 5 places in the high season. They play Airbnb, blues, rock and roll. There are many venues for music starting around 1 or 2 o'clock in Mazatlan during the high season. And then there's lots of music during the high season. At nighttime too. Okie dokie. Jack Webb, get a hold of us when you land lakeside. I sure will. I never want to feel the cold ever again. Anything under 70 is a giant no for me. Not a fan of humidity, but I would take it over cold any day. Yeah. I'm done with that cold stuff. I'm from Ohio. I lived in New Hampshire for 4 years. I mean, no. Why do it? That's just crazy. I'm never doing that. Jack Webb. January 12th for our final meeting. Very good. Do you know anything about buying land and building from scratch? Very good. Now, I'll tell you what. Jack Webb, who is with us now, he joins us every week. He's in Kentucky. He just built a home in the Ajijic Chapala area in a community called San Antonio. And Kali, every week, let me think about this. Here we go. Every month, we have Katie Ibarra that joins us. I'm looking for something here. Where is it? I'm looking. Oh, here we go. Yes, there we go. Okay. I'm looking for some. What? No, I want this. Okay. Go here. Go to buildthegeek.org FAQs. If you go to buildthegeek.org FAQs, I have realtors there, And one realtor that we have every month is Katie Ibarra. And Jack Webb has worked with Katie Ibarra. He built a house in Chapala, Ahi. 2 units. He's renting out one. He just rented out the one place, he tells me. But if you contact, but contact Katie Ibarra. She joins us once a month. And she's from my hometown, Columbus, Ohio. She's been selling real estate in the Chapala Ahi area. And her ex-husband was a Mexican contractor. So give Katie a call and you can ask her all the questions that you want. We got it all. I'm telling you, we got it all. We got people here who got all the info. Let me click another banner. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. I'm looking for a button here. Here we go. Let's click this button, see if this works. Yeah, let's click the feel free to donate button. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Camping Allen. Hello, Bill, from the land of Lake Wobegon in St. Paul, Minneapolis, heading back to Colorado today. Well, good for you. 17 GM, never heard of not working on holidays. Had my handyman do serious electrical work on the holidays. Yes, they had a big explosion in their house. Jacqueline Ola from South Africa, great to see you in the house. How are you feeling? Thank you for asking, Jacqueline. I feel much better. I still have a cough and some phlegm, but my energy is back. My brain is back. Happy to be alive in Mexico. Camping down, I will fly my boss's daughter from St. Paul to her wedding in Colorado. Cool beans. Let's see. I'm arriving end of October and not next week. Traveling out of South Africa is a horrible mess with my service. Airlines are very outdated. Wow, we got a lot of comments going on. Buenos dias, Bill. I hear visiting Mazatlan now. Barbara James. I totally agree with you. And it's too hot and humid. I don't want to go outside. There's a lot of video. There's a lot of video that I want to shoot. This is my last 9 months in Mazatlan. I would rather be just walking around El Centro with my camera. It's too freaking hot. It's hot. It's crazy out there. Ola, Bill, and everyone tuning in late from NYC. Dark and rainy here today. Verlaine, the beaches are beautiful here in La Paz and most of the Baja. But it's hot, right, Verlaine? It's hot. Click the like button. Thank you, Jacqueline. Terry Don Marshall, Ola, Bill will be calling you soon for our interview. Do that. Make sure you call my American number. And if anybody wants to call me, it is best before you, because I don't answer my phone. I'm looking for something here. Where is it? It's over here. Here we go. Okay. Before you call me, email me and let me know your phone number and that you're going to call me. Because I have a lot of people that call me. And I don't answer the phone if I don't know who it is. So if I see some strange number that I've never seen before, so if you want to talk to Bill the Geek, email me first so I can put you on my contact list. Okay, here we go. Colleen. I just joined in from Mississippi. We got Mississippi in the house, Angie. I miss a prairie home companion. I listen to it regularly. We're talking about NPR. Gotta love some NPR. Love it. Al. Big Al from Vegas. You need some tequila for that cough. Yes, I do. I'll be taking care of that shortly. Angie, old man Garrison Keller was the bomb. Oh, good morning, Los Angeles. I vacationed in Puerto Vallarta in September of 1990. It was so hot, the sun left a black mark around my neck from the chain I was wearing. Sure, I wouldn't go back to Mexico. Yeah, I'm going to say that very hot, very hot. Ola Bill watching from Panama. So if you're going to come down here, so if you're coming down here to a coastal, if you're coming to a coastal town in Mexico, come in the wintertime for sure. But if you're going inland, even Mexico City, those areas, you'll be okay. Miss Sam, thank you very much. Thank you very much for contributing to the channel. That is greatly appreciated. Now, okay, I've been doing some research, and let me come over here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so you can see my map there. You can see Mazatlan up top. You can see Guadalajara. You can see the city of León. And believe it or not, the city of León, the leather capital of Mexico, is only a 20-minute drive to Guanajuato. And in León, every year in November, they have a balloon festival. You know, those hot air balloons, and they put like 200 hot air balloons up in the air. And the next balloon festival in León starts November the 17th. I think I'm going to go November the 17th. And it's a 4-day event. The downside of it is, I think the 20th is the day of the revolution, which is going to be, so there's going to be a lot of people, but November 17th, the weather should be great. It should be a great event. It's in the city of León. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go, and I'm going to fly. I can fly from Mazatlan to León in 1 hour and 10 minutes. The bus ride takes about 16 hours. 1 hour and 10 minutes. I was checking out pricing yesterday. I'm going to book a hotel or a bed and breakfast, go to León, spend a couple of days there, maybe visit Guanajuato, and I will have more information on this over the next coming weeks. And the weather should be fabulous. And I'm going to take videos of the balloons all flying around, and then there's a couple of other cities that I'm going to visit while I'm in León. I'm going to make a video about León, the leather capital of Mexico. And hey, why not? If you don't have anything to do, go to León, join me. We'll have a big party. We'll have shots and everything. Jacqueline from South Africa, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. Jack Webb. Yes, reach out to Katie Ibarra. She's a sweetheart and knows her stuff. I'm trying to figure out how I met Katie. I met her to do some interviews. I have done so many interviews with Katie Ibarra. And when I lived in Chapala, Ajijic, I mean, she's from my hometown. She's from Columbus, Ohio. That's my hometown. and she is super knowledgeable. Uh, she's super knowledgeable about buying and selling houses in Mexico, that whole Chapala, Ajijic, Jocotepec, buy in the country, buy in the city, build your house, whatever you want to do. She knows all that stuff, and she is super giving. Uh, yeah, she wants to sell you a house, but giving is just a part of who she is. And if you want to call and talk to her, have a seat and have some coffee ready, because she is a giver. She loves to give. So yeah, reach out to Katie Ibarra. Bill, you are the best. No, Miss Sam, you are the best. Israel James, Ola Bill, watching from hot Cancun. The key to living with the heat is to use an umbrella. Dude, I just got hit to the umbrella about a month ago. Uh, I've seen people walk, and that's on my list of things to talk about, actually. Uh, uh, Let me regroup. I saw people, no, about 6 months ago, I had a video going, and there was a person in the video walking around in an umbrella, and somebody on Saturday, they said, why does that person have an umbrella? It's funny, dude. Now, I'm going to leave here and go to the market at the end of this broadcast, and I'm going to get my bag, get my money, and my umbrella. And when you use an umbrella, it's like black man air conditioning. You don't have a car? I've got a big old umbrella. I bought it like 30 years ago from Nordstrom's in San Francisco. Put up my big umbrella, and I don't even sweat. It's amazing. You come down here, first thing you need to do is go to Walmart and buy an umbrella. There you go. That was on my list. James and Rena, I won't live anywhere that's not on a beach, but thanks though. Yeah, I'm done with beaches. I'm totally done. I'm done with the beach. I've lived on the beach. How many years did I live on? I've been here a year. I can see the beach. I'm done with the beach. I'm done. Bye. Bye, beach. Adios. Thank you very much, Jacqueline, for contributing to the channel. How about Guadalajara? The weather is great in Guadalajara. There's pretty much no humidity. It gets a little chilly in the wintertime. And when I say chilly, I'm going to say in January, it's going to go down to maybe 47 degrees at night. But that same day, it's going to be 90 degrees in the daytime. So if you move to Guadalajara, you're going to be there in the wintertime. You're going to have to wear sweaters and hoodies. It's okay. I lived in Guadalajara 3 or 4 years. Let me think about this. There's a lot to do in Guadalajara. I used Uber. I had a car in Guadalajara. I used Uber to go like everywhere. They have sports teams there, opera, concerts. I mean, it's a huge city. They have everything. I don't want to live there. I didn't like it. It's really big. It's really spread out, and the traffic is terrible. The worst thing about Guadalajara is the traffic. And if you're like James and Rena, you live in Chapala, Ajijic, Jack Webb's going to be there. If you go from Chapala to Guadalajara and you live in those other areas, your eyes will burn. There's a lot of industry there, and it's like there are many pollutants in the air. But it's a great place. Lots of universities there, a lot of educated people there. It's a wonderful city. It's just a little too big and spread out for me. Miss Sam, is it very expensive to ship my stuff to Mexico? particularly Morelia. Only a smart TV and a few household items. Mucho gracias. I'm telling you what, Miss Sam, forget that stuff. I don't think to ship a smart TV down here and a couple of household items, I don't think it would be that much. But I would say just get rid of it. Come down here with a couple of suitcases and buy the stuff down here. Go to Walmart and buy it. Buy it on Amazon. Forget that stuff. I'm in the same situation. I'm moving to Morelia, and you saw the map. It's like a 16-hour bus ride. And the only thing that I really have is some clothes, but, you know, there's a couple of things I'm wondering, should I ship them there? But just get rid of them. Get rid of all. Come down here with nothing. Forget that. I was talking about the guy from Texas. Oh, the white guy from Texas, the retired architect guy, and so he met a woman on Match.com, fell in love with her. She lived in Guadalajara. He sold his house, I think, from Dallas, and he moved all his stuff down here. And he said that was the biggest mistake he ever made, moving all his stuff down. He said, what a waste that was. I mean, he had the money to do it, but, he had the money to do it, but he said it was such a waste of time. Give up all your stuff. Just come down. Whatever you need, you can buy down here. Yeah, leave that. You don't need your flat screen TV. You don't need it. A balloon festival sounds like a blast. May drive up. Yeah, check it out. It is the Leon Balloon Festival. It's an annual event. I'm ready to go. I'm getting me this will be my first in Mexico flight. I'm going. Ms. Lowe, I'm torn between Mexico City, Lake Chapala, and Guadalajara to retire. Woo-hoo! That's a big stretch, girl. That's a big stretch. Mexico, for me, Mexico City just has too many people. I know people that live in Mexico City. They love it. They would never leave Mexico City. I know people that visit Mexico City. They love it. But it's like New York City. My sister lived in Manhattan for 10 years. I knew New York City very well. There's too many people for me. Lake Chapala, well, it was just a little too small for me. Just a little too small. It's like that place outside of Puerto Vallarta, Sayulita. Sayulita is an awesome place. Little beach town, surfer people there, a whole different type of international travel going on in Sayulita. And if I go there for an afternoon and an evening, it's a party town, I could tell myself I would live there forever. But Sayulita was just a little too small. It's only like 10 blocks by 10 blocks, and I think that's an exaggeration. And for me, Chapala Ajijic just got to be a little small after a while. Guadalajara was just a little too big and too spread out, and I never figured out where the Greenwich Village or the South Shore Seaport was. So all you can do is I'm saying just bring a couple of suitcases down and try some places. I'm exploring. I'm going to go live in Morelia for a year. And then I might move to Guanajuato. Who knows? Who knows where I'm 67. I might live to be 127. I may still have like another 60 years to live. Who knows where I'll be living in 60 years? I'm not making a commitment. I've been here 18 years. I'm Mexicano. Mexicano is me. That's what I am. Mexicano. Yeah. So don't make a commitment. Don't make a commitment. Just come on down, choose a spot, and keep on looking like this lady, Angie Hernandez. Bill, I think Leon may be more realistic for me to get to rather than Mazatlan. I look forward to more travel updates. Leon, I liked Leon. And Leon is only 20 minutes from Guanajuato. Leon it's got a whole bunch of good places close that you can get to in a half an hour, hour and a half. Leon is a nice spot. I want to spend some time in Leon, and that's the great thing. That's the great thing about being Bill the Geek. I ain't got no woman. I ain't got no kids. This is my job. I just go around and see stuff and then tell people about what I see. That's what I do. I'm Bill the Geek. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. Let's see who else is talking stuff. MC, I've heard Lake Chapala and Mexico City are more expensive than Guadalajara. It depends. It depends. I think you can find some very nice pricing in Guadalajara. It's a big city. You have a lot to choose from, but the city is very spread out. Where I lived in a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. There was a 7-Eleven right on the corner, a gas station right on the corner, a pharmacy right on the corner. I could walk a half a block to the grocery store, a big giant Fresco. It was a super grocery store. Fish market, I walk a block to that. Oh, I could walk like 4 blocks to this huge giant park. Where I was living was fabulous, and I was paying $350 a month. But I knew somebody else in Guadalajara. They lived on the second floors, like 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. I thought the place was pretty crappy myself, and they were paying like $700 a month. So Lake Chapala. I used to say Lake Chapala. That's what I used to say. I used to call Chapala Lake Chapala when I first started making videos, and I lived in Chapala. And people in Ajijic would get mad, and they'd say, Lake Chapala is a lake. Chapala is a municipality. So Lake Chapala is a lake, and it's the biggest lake in Mexico. And there are all kinds of pueblos and cities around Lake Chapala. And there's a big difference between living in Chapala and living in Ajijic. Chapala is a very sleepy little place. Chapala has no nightlife. Chapala, I'm going to say, has nothing to do. There's nothing to do in Chapala. I mean, occasionally they have a regular place that they play music like every Thursday and Tuesdays, but Chapala is only 10 miles away from Ajijic, where there's stuff to do like all the time, every night, music all the time, food all the time, people dining out. All Chapala, not so much. And Chapala is going to be much less expensive than Ajijic. And I would think that Chapala would be less expensive than Guadalajara. For me, Guadalajara is out. I'll never live in Guadalajara. It's a great place to visit. I'll never live there. Chapala's out. I live there. Whatever. Let me keep on cruising. Jacqueline, I'm done with the beach and how it destroyed my electronics. Yeah, man, you get that hot, humid thing going. I think the humidity and the heat killed my big Macintosh computer. It's just all that humidity and hot, cold, hot, cold. It needs a big and my computer guy said that. He said people in Mazatlan underestimate what humidity and dust can do to your computer. I'm out of here, man. 9 months, I'm gone. Screw the beach. Yeah, all you rich people can go live at the beach. And there's hurricanes. Paul, my wife is a beach girl, not open to living in the interior whatsoever. Good for her, Paul. Oh, Guadalajara's weather sounds perfect. The weather is perfect, but the air quality sucks. Yeah, but the air is good. James and Rena, no cool beaches 6 months of the year in Mexico. Hawaii weather is in the highlands. And James grew up in Hawaii. And she thinks so she speaks. Thank you, Bill. Thanks for all that you do, Bill. It really makes a difference. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Thank you for contributing to the channel. I tell you what, man, when I was sick, man, my brain wasn't working. I didn't have energy. I didn't think I'd be able to make videos anymore. But I've had the flu before. My mom taught me how to have the flu, get a lot of rest. I've been living on chicken noodle soup, homemade. But now I'm thinking, I didn't have the energy to even think about taking a trip. But I feel great now. I'm gonna get some rest today. I had my interview with Verlaine yesterday, so today I'm gonna watch the Colorado Buffaloes play Oregon, and I'll be working on editing Verlaine's video so I can put that up tomorrow. But now I have energy again. But I'm telling you, don't make a commitment. Don't make a commitment about, I'd say don't make a commitment about where you're going to live in Mexico. Just come on down and enjoy the whole country. Move here and move there. And that's why I tell you youngins, you youngin people out there, if you're young, if you're under 67, then come on, or if you're over 80, like I know somebody with a big mustache, come on down and just travel around. But if you're 35, when I got to Mexico, I guess I was like 47. I was like 47. I came to Mexico, I was young. When I hit Mexico, I was a spring chicken. Yes, I was. I came down, I was a spring chicken. I'm still a spring chicken. Come on down, don't make any commitments. Be a travel hoe. I'm going to make up t-shirts. It's going to say, be a travel hoe, travel in Mexico. How's that? 40. Heck no, never. If I wanted to be cold, I just stay in the U.S. Well, girl, you do what you got to do. Yeah, there you go. They sell stuff in Mexico. Leave everything and come on down. How much is the airfare from where you are to Morelia? I just looked at that, Jacqueline, yesterday. I just saw it yesterday. I think it was like $100 round trip. I think I can get it for less than that. I'm going to make this trip. I got to do my research. I'll have answers for you once. This is going to be, because everywhere that I've been doing the Bill Dallas Lewis channel stuff, I've been able to get on the bus and do it. But I think that's how I got sick. When I went to Morelia, that week I was on the bus for 32 hours. and people were coughing and sneezing. I think I got this flu from somebody on the bus. But before Morelia and Leon and Guanajuato, my bus trips were like 4 hours here, 5 hours there. Now I'm stepping up, I'm flying. So as I start to book these trips coming up shortly, I'll be able to share with you guys how I'm flying around. I'll be staying at more cities, more, and I'll be able to share this information with you. That'll be a part of the Bill Dallas Lewis channel experience, traveling in Mexico. Okay, now, see what's going on now. Okay, James and Rena. Best decision leaving everything. Start fresh for a fresh start. James and Rena, you guys ought to write books, and I just had lunch with them about a week ago. They're great people, and they just bought a house in San Antonio, right between Chapala and Ajijic. They came down here with nothing, and they found furniture builders in Guadalajara. And that's a whole different story. There are people in Mexico that will build you anything you want. Furniture. Oh man, I mean kitchen cabinets. Mexicans will build you anything. All you have to do is give them a picture, and they will build it for you. It will be perfect, and it will cost you like 90% less than what you would pay for it at the nicest store. Stody Star God, thanks for providing us with this info every Saturday. It's greatly appreciated. Stody Star God, thank you for contributing to the channel like you do every week. That is greatly appreciated. This is what I do. And I'm telling you, yeah, I'm enjoying life. I enjoy my life very much. I'm single, ain't got no girlfriend. That's a whole different story. That's a whole different investment. But I love my life, and I think that life should be about enjoyment. People should be enjoying life all the time. There have been times when I was not enjoying life, and I thought I was. That's funny, isn't it? You can think that you're enjoying life, and you're really not. It's like you're in some relationship, and you think that, well, this is the way that it is, and I'm having a good time. And then you get out of that relationship, and you say, you know what? That was not a good time. I brainwashed myself. You got some job and you think everything's going good, but then you get out of the job, you think, what was I doing? Or you're living in a place and you thought that was the place to live, then you get in a new place, what was I doing? But life should be in joy. Yeah, man, life should be in joy. I'm here to enjoy life, and that's why I make these videos. I make these videos so that other people can enjoy life. If you can work online, come down here and the beauty of working online is you don't have to make a commitment to be anywhere. I mean, you could move all around Mexico and just discover all of Mexico. And let me say this before I forget. I'm on the internet yesterday. Oh, down here they have a company called Total Play. They have Total Play in the United States. I don't know. But Total Play is a very good internet service down here. They're reliable. They're faster than most people. And now they're offering a service that has 1,000 meg of, I guess that's download speed. I have 100. I'm fine with 100. I can upload my videos. I can do what we're doing now. I'm good with 100. They're offering 1,000. James and Rena, tell me, for you people that know in the United States, what What, you got 1,000 meg? That's what's going on now, 1,000 meg? Whatever. I'm just saying, but I just saw that for the first, I've never seen 1,000 meg before. Okay, Brian, pretty boy Maiden is sick of listening to me. That's okay, Brian. Love you, Brian. Can't wait to see you this winter. Bill and all in the house, have a great weekend and see you all next week. Here's a little something, Brian Maiden. Thank you very much, Mr. Maiden, pretty boy, for contributing to the channel. Cardi B, I grew up right on the Gulf of Mexico in deep South, I guess, Texas, okay? I don't care if I never go hang out at the beach again. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm done with the beach. I'm done with the beach. I've lived near the beach for the last 12 years. I've lived in Mexico 18 years. For 12 years, I lived next to the beach. I'm done with the beach. I'm finished. I'm done. And Brian Maiden, thanks again for contributing to the channel on the way out the door. Thank you so much. Jacqueline, but you can't go back and forth. But you can't go back and forth to Chapala and GDL. Okay, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Not quite sure. La Dolce Vita, hey Bill, I know you love the buses. Is there any app you use regularly or online that you would recommend? Let me look into that. There has to be an app out there. A friend of mine here in Mazatlan told me about a Mazatlan bus app. Let me look into that. Love your attitude. Thank you, girl. I got to keep it going. Miss Sam, you're better off going to Walmart. Thank you, Costco. I have 2 houses in Kentucky full of stuff, leaving it up here in Kentucky. Leave your stuff. Leave your stuff. Jack Webb, happy for you. I won't live anywhere that's not on a beach. Right on, girl. You be happy. Whatever makes you happy. Where is a soft landing that's not too hot? I'd say Ahihique. Yeah, I'd say Ahihique. For a landing spot, you really can't go wrong in Ahihique if you can afford to stay there and live near the plaza downtown. I wouldn't want to live in Ahihique. It's a nice place to visit, and there's a lot of expats there, a lot of Canadians, a lot of Americans. The good thing, the weather is supposed to have the best weather in the world. No humidity. You're not going to sweat. The music there, the music scene is excellent. And the good thing about living in Ahihique, you don't need to speak any Spanish at all. And you can just learn from people that have been traveling in Mexico for years and years and years. And even if you stay in Ahihique for a month or maybe 2 months and just meet people, talk to people, ask people questions, you can learn a lot while you're learning about Mexico in Ahihique. A nice landing spot, but find an expensive apartment near El Centro. Be willing to spend like $1,200 or $1,300 a month. Make sure that you can walk to the plaza within 3 or 4 blocks. And you stay in Ahihique for 1 or 2 months, you will learn a lot. And then venture out from there. Don't stay there forever, but venture out from there. That's what I would do. Okay. Do you get flu shots? No. Axel Foley, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. I would buy that t-shirt. Yes, the t-shirt was, I'm a travel hoe in Mexico. I'm a travel hoe in Mexico. I'm going to have to write that down, but I can always watch the video again. Jacqueline, let all your viewers chip in for airfare. Right on. That's why I still have the donate banner on. Feel free to donate, and also if you're watching the replay of this video, like in the middle of the week, one of my subscribers in New York City, Virginia, she left a message yesterday about the broadcast from last Saturday. Okay, so she's watching the broadcast from last Saturday yesterday. But anyway, if you're watching the replay, in the description below, there's a link, and you can donate via PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discovery Card. Who uses Discovery Card? Whatever. Laura B, I'm on late. However, I have my consulate appointment Thursday for permanent residency in Mexico. See you in 180 days, Laura. Are you coming to Mazatlan? It's funny about that's funny that you would say that. About 10 days ago, I was in Walmart in the checkout line, and my phone rings. I'm in Walmart. Walmart's only like a mile away from here. I get Uber to go to Walmart. I'm waiting, and my phone's ringing. Ding-a-ling-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling. I'm in line at Walmart. So I answer the phone. It's a U.S. phone number, and it's Jack Webb. I'm in Walmart. And he says, Bill, we just got our permanent visas. He called me, and he didn't know I was in Walmart, but that was funny. But it feels good. It feels good when you get your visa, when you get legal. It's fun. It's fun to be legal in Mexico. Jacqueline, everything cannot be replaced. Like my instruments and art collection, I'll be shipping whatever makes you happy, Jacqueline. Whatever makes you happy. And okay, that diploma over there on the wall, I take it everywhere with me. That is my Dartmouth College diploma. And something else I always take with me is my Dartmouth College football. I take this with me everywhere. I've had this football since I was like 21 years old. I played college ball. I sucked, and I was fifth string defensive back on the freshman team, but I take that with me. I take my diploma everywhere. Over there, my mom painted this oil painting of her. I take that with me everywhere. But I can fit all that stuff in a suitcase. So, take what you got to take, whatever makes you happy. You only lived once, only you know. You got to chuckle there, Autumn Green. Very good. Lakaya Britton, you are the highlight of our Saturday morning. Thank you for the information. Yeah, everybody just live. Go, Laura B. Congratulations. Yes, congratulations, Terry Don. Are you done with the beach or the hot humid? I'm done. I'm done with the hot humid. And it's hard to believe, but I remember being hot and humid when I was a kid in Columbus, Ohio. And I'm so old that when it was hot and humid in Columbus, Ohio, people didn't have air conditioning back then. We still had them rotary phones. People only had 3 digits for phone numbers. When I was young, you didn't have to dial 7 digits for a phone number. You just dialed 3 digits, 392 or 621. All the phone numbers in the phone books only had 3 digits. Rotary phone like this, no air conditioning, and it was hot. The air conditioning when I was a kid was an open window, and you pray for a breeze. But it was just in Columbus, Ohio. It was thick, hot humidity. That's the way it is here. I'm done with it. Keep the beach. Be hot and humid. A lot of people like that, heat and humidity. When I was in Morelia, I said it before, 7:30 in the morning, I had on 2 hoodies. It was chilly. 11 o'clock in the morning, it's 72 degrees, no humidity. Take off my hoodies. I'm good to go. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm sitting at the plaza in the sun, no humidity. It's not too hot to sit in the sun at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's how I'm living. No humidity, 72 degrees, watching little college girls walk around. That's how I'm living. That's the way I roll. I'm a travel hoe living in Mexico. That's the way I roll. I think I'm gonna write a song about it. Now, Stony Star Guy. Lived in Hawaii for 8 years on the beach. It's a love-hate relationship. Hawaii's awesome. I've only been there 2 times, but I loved it. A love-hate relationship. And we haven't talked about tornadoes, hurricanes. I just want to get out of Mazatlan before the big hurricane comes down through here and wipes this whole town off the map. That's another possibility when you live near the beach. People don't take that seriously. Oh, I can live there. Oh, hurricanes, they come by. We had 4 hurricanes last year. I live on the 4th floor, 2 blocks from the ocean. Hurricane, I get a direct hit by a hurricane. I will not be going live on Saturdays. No. In Columbus, Ohio, we had tornadoes all the time. It would wipe out entire communities. Mother Nature don't play. I'm not going to have no hurricanes in Morelia. Whatever. Okay, here we go. Let's just keep on rolling here. People still talking stuff. Okay, lived. Yeah, I got that. I made the correction. Ray Garcia was just here. Bill, planning to take the ferry from La Paz, Baja California to Mazatlan to take my truck when I move to Mexico. Has anyone done this? I've talked to people that have. It's supposed to be no big deal. I understand it's like a 12-hour trip. Very inexpensive. I heard it's like $80 one way. Remember to click the like button. We're doing a marathon today. We're doing a marathon. We've been going at it for almost 2 hours now. We're almost at the 2-hour point. We have 63 people in the house. Somebody just clicked now we have 64. Somebody clicked the like button. I just saw it happen. We went from 60 to 61 likes. Yeah, it's happening now. Darlene, hi, Bill. I'm coming down with my 2 10-pound dogs the end of October. I heard there's a number of dog attacks when walking dogs in certain areas. Can you recommend a place I'd be safe walking? You can walk. I mean, come on. They're dogs. Dogs attack dogs. So what you do is carry a stick. It's just like when you're anywhere in the world. You're walking around with your dogs, and they have a lot of stray dogs in Mexico. And they don't control them. And if out of the blue, out of nowhere, some stray dog attack, oh my God. Oh, you never know with dogs. No, there is no safe place for your dog. If you want your dogs to be safe, just keep them in the house. Don't take them out. That's the only way to be safe. Other than that, everything is up for grabs, and your dogs, God bless them. Good luck to them. Hey, Bill, do you recommend flying to Mexico on Frontier Airlines? They seem to be affordable, more affordable. I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't been on an airplane. Wow. I haven't been on an airplane since my dad died in Washington, D.C. 13 years ago. Terry Don Marshall, is there an airport in Morelia? I believe there is. I believe there is. Stony Star God. Darlene, carry pepper spray or a gun. Buy a gun. Don't let the government tell you, don't tell the government that you're going to carry a gun, but get one of them, 350, get a 357 Magnum. Put that in your pocketbook, and an evil dog come along, blow that other dog away. Bam! Bam! That's what you do. Yeah. Okay. We've been at it for like 2 hours now. And it's been fun. Let me think. Oh, let me look at my list here. Okay, so be sure to check out my interview with Verlaine tomorrow about how she is enjoying La Paz and what other places is she looking at to live. I talked about my umbrella. I talked about the ocean. Let's see. Okay. People ask lots of questions today. I hope you guys got. Yeah, pepper spray would be good. I hope I spread some love and joy today, because that's really what it's all about. Living in Mexico is all about love and joy, especially if you're making okay money. I mean, that's if you have an income, some money in the bank, if you can work online, make some cash. Mexico is good. It's very peaceful. The people are extremely friendly here. It's very safe. I haven't had any crime problems in 18 years. Life is fabulous here. You got a bunch of weirdos living in the United States. You have a whole bunch of hate going on up there. I'm so glad I'm not in hate land. Hate land. The United States is the land of hate. I'm never going back. I'm not even going to visit the United States. There's no reason to even visit that place. It's terrible. Okay, now here we go. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, Bill. Wishing you better health. Thank you so much for coming. You came late, but you were valuable. It was great seeing you. Bill, are you going to be visiting around the Yucatan Peninsula eventually? For sure. Once I move to Morelia, then I will be in the middle of Mexico. And like even when I was in Guadalajara, that's kind of the middle of Mexico, but Morelia is more in the middle of Mexico, which means that my striking distance for visits is a lot better. So that now to be able to visit the Yucatan Peninsula will be more in my grasp. But I can't wait to get there. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to experience it. And I'm still learning how to travel in Mexico. Thank you for asking. Grazie, Bill. Grazie a ti, chica. When's the Geeksters annual meetup? That's interesting. What annual meetup are you talking about? You're right. USA, land of hate. I'm never going back. The U.S. is suffering from a lot of mental illness, almost like they are cursed. That stuff that's going on up there is nuts. It's crazy, and I'm never, ever going back. Mexico is the land of love. If you like love, come on down here. You can just walk around and think about love. That's my goal. I just try to think about love all the time. Okay, you guys, we've been at it for 2 hours now. We're going to get ready to shut down. We've been at 2 hours, 65 likes. We got 56 people in the house. And I think I'm getting ready to adios amigos total. We had electricity today. We had internet today. We had each other today. We had new people show up today. I want to thank everybody for showing up. And I'm just at the edge. I'm just at the edge of starting to feel good again, so I can do more work and put together more content and plan more things to make these Saturday gatherings better and better and better. So I'm getting ready to go. I love you all. In a second, I'm going to get out of here. I'm Bill the Geek. This is Bill Dallas. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico, here with my family in the house again. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Central Time. Love you all. Have a great weekend. Love you all. Have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for your comments. Thanks for clicking that like button. Thanks for clicking the donate button. Thank you for just being nice, the wonderful people that you are. So with that, I'm done talking. Adios, amigos. Hasta luego. Que te vaya bien.